All right, here's how to do keyword research so that you can grow your business with organic content marketing. We've used this strategy to build Interact from $0 to $2.5 million in annual recurring revenue, and it's a big part of our plan for how we're going to get to 10 million. So we're big believers in this, and we've also seen a bunch of other brands use very similar strategies to this, but I'm going to share with you exactly what we do so that you can replicate the same thing in your business. Step one is that you need ideas for what type of content you are going to create because that's where you're going to get your keywords from. These ideas are best gleaned from conversations that you have with customers. Listen to the questions that they have that they're trying to answer by using your product or your services. Write everything down. Every time you have a conversation with a customer, just write down all the questions that they have. An easy hack for this, if you're struggling to really understand what questions someone has, is go through your entire process with a customer, front to back, and just listen to what they talk about. So go out and acquire that customer however you do, work them through the whole process of using your product or service all the way through. You will get tons of ideas, I guarantee you. If you don't, you can message us and I would love to hear more about your scenario. That's how you get the ideas. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to a tool called Ahrefs and you're going to type in terms that have to do with your idea. So let's say somebody's wanting to know how to do organic marketing and you go and put the term organic marketing into the Ahrefs Keyword Explorer. There's two things that you're going to look at when you type that term in. The first one is the keyword difficulty. So this is how relatively difficult it is to rank for that term. And then the second one is the volume. The keyword difficulty, you need that to be 10 or less if you're going to have any chance of ranking for this term on Google, unless you do a bunch of backlinking, which you can totally do and rank for higher keyword difficulty terms, but that's just not the route that we take. So 10 or less for Google. Now for every other platform like TikTok or YouTube or your podcast or whatever, it doesn't matter what the difficulty is. The only thing you need to look at is the volume. And you need the volume to be at least 10 per month because that means at least 10 people per month are searching for this term. And if 10 people read an article of yours or watch a video and those are high intent people, like they want what you have, that's totally worth it. A bunch of our articles get like maybe 10 visits a month, or our videos, same thing, but it actually drives a lot of customers for us. So don't shy away just because it says 10 and you think it needs to be like 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever. There's so many good opportunities on those lower traffic terms. So those are the two kind of metrics that you want to look at. Then the third piece of this is you just got to start creating content. You have to do 3 or 4 pieces every single week, and you'll start to see results after roughly 6 months because most of the search engines and the platforms take that amount of time to really start giving you any sort of weight in their algorithm. They don't want content that's just, fly by night or they're trying to game the system to show up. So the way that they do it is they kind of just outlast you. They make you stand the test of time, and if you can and you're consistently creating good stuff, then they'll start to give you some favor. This works particularly well on newer platforms, so like YouTube is a big one right now, TikTok as well. The newer the platform, the better chance you have of getting folded into the algorithm. Again, that's why the difficulty has to be lower on Google because it's such an age-old platform. The algorithm is so developed that it's very hard to get in as a newer person creating content. But yeah, this is how we do keyword research. I've helped a bunch of other companies do this as well with a lot of good success. And it's a great way of building a pipeline of inbound leads, people that are coming to you, trying to solve their problems using your products and services. So I highly recommend it to literally any kind of business. You can do the same method, just talk to your customers, see what kind of questions they have, and then turn that into content. Again, make sure you give it at least 6 months before you make any judgments on whether or not it's going to work for you because it does take a little while to get this working, but once it does, it's really magical because you don't have to pay anything to keep it going.